Hi everyone, Larry Delano here again, this time with Waza number 24. This Waza is a little bit different than the other ones. It consists of trapping the attacking right arm because it's a defense against a right punch. You trap the arm between your two hands, you evade a trap, and continue the flow of the strike into a sharp twist, clockwise twist to pull the guy's body down so that you can counter kick them and throw them. So we'll walk through this here and then look at some points around this and possible relationships with other Waza and other motions. In the school atmosphere, when this was practiced years ago, you held your hands instead of in the crescent position, it was this position in a high-low position. The left hand, what they called a low angle position. So this is high-low, and as the person threw the punch in here, stepped in with the punch, you evaded by sliding to the side here. So you're here like this, the punch is thrown at you, you evade and catch the punch on the forearm here between your two hands. You don't try to stop it, you catch it and redirect it. So the punch is coming this way, you pull it in an arc like this, which pulls the person's body down. You kick them in the chest, hit the back of their arm on the tricep area above the elbow, then hit their neck. As you hit the neck, you grab their collar. And as you grab the collar, you push with their hand. You've got a hold of their hand here, so you push and push them down, which will turn them and to fall on the ground. As they fall on the ground, you follow them down to the ground, holding on to them here. Catch their other arm between your leg here on the ground, and then press in against their throat here with your hand that's trapped on their collar and choking them here. Then you come up from there and move away. You can kick the down person as you move away. But that's the basic Waza. So you're in here, the person attacks, you evade, catch, pull, kick, hit, grab, spin them, drop to the ground and catch their other arm and choke them on their throat, then move away. That's the basic Waza. Well, first of all, you're probably not going to stand in front of the person this way. Typically, you might take a stance position with your arms in a certain way, like in boxing or kickboxing, things like that, or sparring, where you're sparring with people. But in a self-defense situation, we're using our basic Matosi hand position here on the lower side, protecting your crotch and your side here. When the person punches from this position, to execute this motion, instead of clasping together, we would do it by evading out, intercepting the hand here, catching it here, pulling them around, kicking them, okay? So that would be another way to intercept the right punch attack. Instead of going high and coming together, it would evade to the side and give you a little bit more coverage here. Also, the safety factor here is, if I'm here and I move out as I'm catching, if the person changes now, because I grabbed their hand, but I haven't done anything, I'm going to start to redirect. I've got my left leg here. I could pull them and then come in with a spring kick here against the guy here. I could pull them and come in to their legs down here. I could pull them, kick to their legs here, like that. I could pull them and then come in here right off that pull. I could pull them and then attack in. So I don't have to execute that Waza because it gets a little complex. Now, the motion isn't bad. If I were here and I just went out here and caught him, like in a double tap, let's say I double tap and catch him here, I could redirect here with one hand. As it came around, I grab it here and I can kick here again, just like in the Waza. Let's say I pull the person here, so I go pull, I can kick them right in here. From this position here, right on in, right? I get, so I could catch here, pull here, and hit here into these different motions. I have a lot of avenues to counterattack there. Just like in the other Waza, if you don't counterattack immediately or simultaneously with their attack, it puts you a little behind. So when you are here and you come out catching and then pulling, you still haven't done anything to the guy except redirect him, which could be bad. So if I redirected with one hand, if I went here and pulled them here and hit them here, then I'm using that pulling action or that circling action to do something. So if I come out here and pull and catch, now I can go right on in for whatever I want to do here. However, if we want to do something right away, if I move out and catch here, and then kick the guy here, and then spin him around this way, I'd pull him around, I could catch here, hit, and throw the person over. Whether or not you want to follow them to the ground is a good question. We're doing stand-up striking art. Falling to the ground, probably not a good idea unless you want to get into a grappling situation or kicking the ground, so be careful with that. But certainly if I catch the guy and redirect him, kick him, I may want to hit their neck first before I hit the arm. Hit their neck and then throw them out that way. You don't have to hit the arm and hit the neck and progress. In fact, if you turn him and kick him and then hit the arm here, you still haven't done anything to his neck, so he may be pivoting out. If I kicked him and chopped his neck here, depending on where his head is, I'm going to have a lot more impact on him than hitting his arm. So you've got to think of those things. So as we look at other types of redirects, this one here is using this motion or this motion to continue the person's punch. I could redirect this way. I could parry here, let's say, catch the hand and redirect here and then come in and attack. Like instead of coming this way, I could come the other way. In some of the club attacks or counters we'll look at, when you counter like this, and you would come in jamming the guy and then redirecting him here like this. So if I were here and a person threw a punch at me and I intercepted here, by scooting back, I can pass the thing here, or pass the attack and come in and hitting them here, countering this way. Well, that's similar to this one here. On this one here, we take them this way. On this one here, we take them this way. Now, some of these sweeps like this, like if the guy threw a left punch and I parried here and I circled, I can hit him here with this hand like this, or like in the Waza for the left jab where we went here and we went here. See, that's similar to this redirect, and then I came in here. Well, I could, instead of letting go of his hand and go, I could parry here, spin him around, catch here, and maintain the pressure on this hand, the pull, trying to prevent the strike from the right side, and then move in while I've got a hold of his arm here. See, on this one here, when we go here and we spin him here, I'm maintaining control of his hand here and then leveraging him off this way. For a left hand, when I went here and grabbed here and then coming and hitting him, I'm maintaining control and drag on this hand here. So you see these circles this way, you see them this way, you see them this way. So they're very similar. See how if I'm here and I pull, as the punch comes in, I pull it this way versus this way versus this way. Now, if I were to go here and pull straight down, that's a different one. So if the guy threw the punch here and I went out catching, at the same time I start to pull, I do the hit. See, I do the intercept, boom. As I pull, I hit at the same time. This one here, you're using the kick. So when you come here, you're trying to use that kick for its immediacy of counterattack. But take a look at the Waza as we go through them. Look for these types of redirects, and you'll come up with a lot of different applications that you can apply off of one Waza. Remember, this one here is first the evasion out this way laterally, you catch the hand, redirect the motion, kick, hit, throw, and then down with the choke at the end. Thank you, everyone. Next time, number 25.